You've run it 1,000 times. You've fought for B site. You've clutched on A. But have you ever actually stopped and asked, where is Dust 2 really set? This isn't just a video game map, this is gaming history. Dust 2, the crown jewel of Counter-Strike, is one of the most played, most iconic multiplayer maps ever made. Its layout is burned into the minds of millions. But here's the strange part. No one actually knows where it takes place. Valve, the company behind Counter-Strike, never officially said where Dust 2 is set. There's no lore-filled backstory. No cinematic trailer showing a specific country. Instead, they left behind a series of subtle clues, scattered through the map's textures, design, and atmosphere. Let's start with the architecture. Dust 2 features sandy-colored buildings, narrow corridors, flat rooftops, crumbling walls, and a warm, arid light that never changes. The environment immediately feels like somewhere in the Middle East or North Africa. Many fans have pointed out the similarities to towns in Morocco, like Marrakesh or Fez. Others say it resembles urban areas in Iraq, Syria, or even Afghanistan. And when you walk around the map, you'll see walls painted with Arabic-style script, not exact words, but clearly inspired by Arabic calligraphy. But the clues don't stop there. The original Dust, the first map in the series, was actually designed using reference photos from a Middle Eastern architecture website. The creator, David Johnston, later said that he didn't aim for realism, but for a style that evoked a desert conflict zone. When Dust 2 came along, it carried forward that same aesthetic, only more refined, more balanced, and more timeless. Even the factions in the game hint at a setting. In most versions of Dust 2, the terrorists are modeled after generic Middle Eastern insurgents, while the counter-terrorists are often shown as British SAS operatives. That detail has led many to speculate that the map might be set in a former British-influenced region, like parts of the Gulf, Egypt, or colonial-era North Africa. There are even hints in the sound design. The ambient noise, dry wind, echoing gunfire, the sound of your boots on dusty pavement, creates the illusion of a real place just beyond the boundaries of the map. And yet, Dust 2 never tells you exactly where you are. It's a mirage, a place that feels familiar, but isn't real. And that's intentional. Dust 2 was never meant to represent a specific city. It was designed for pure gameplay. Valve created an environment that balanced flow, visibility, and strategy, not one that followed strict realism. That's why it works so well. You instantly know where you are: long, short, mid, tunnels. The map becomes a language of its own. Still, the setting matters. The fictional location helps immerse players, placing them in a believable conflict zone, a stylized battleground that resembles real-world places without ever pointing to one directly. That's part of the magic. It feels real enough to be immersive, but generic enough to avoid controversy. Over the years, Dust 2 has been retextured, modernized, and updated, but the essence remains. No matter what version you're playing, it still feels like the same timeless map, a dusty, war-scarred town caught in an endless standoff. So, where does Dust 2 really take place? Nowhere, and everywhere. It's a fictional composite of Middle Eastern and North African design, a map inspired by real places, shaped by real-world architecture, and immortalized in digital history. And for millions of players around the world, it's not just a setting. It's home. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments what to cover next.